$8.85 at Washington Street.
$3 a person.
We made it. Yay. I mean... And free socks. Look, it's Boston. We're not lost. But hey, are you discovering what's possible? Wahoo. I finished my first lab, but I had already done it because OnCourse had it available. Stop. Stairwell. It goes all the way to R. And all the way down there. It also has access to look at the Boston skyline. Wow. Yep, they're buildings. I made it through lunch on day one. I'm still alive. It's reversed because of how it is. I'm still alive. I went through another class. I sat through it. It was pretty okay. Dan and I were talking to a guy. His name was Greg. And Greg pointed out he should probably only do the labs. Like, the labs are probably the most important part for... I assume he was talking for people like Dan. And I assume that I'm a person like Dan, similar to Dan, in that we both do the SolCon thing. So I don't know if I can. I might change some of the other talks that I have into being labs because he was right. The talks are just kind of but the labs were pretty interesting, at least. Like Factory Talk Asset Center, being able to use it was much better than just reading a slide or watching a slide about it. So
next,
I'm going right back in that same room.
Oh.
And I'm gonna do something else that has to do with IT.
Wowzers.
Where are you going next?
I am going to learn how to select a robot that's right for an application. How to design industrial robot applications. I'm pretty hyped.
It's very exciting. Hey. So coming out of that session with Joe, the guy was talking about all sorts of stuff, and the biggest takeaway that I have is if I had more time, I would have written a shorter letter, which is a quote by apparently every single person who's ever written a letter. And I think it's the same idea of the more time you have, sorry, there's robots over there. The more time you have to plan and prepare something, the less you actually have to put into it, because you're not just tacking things on to make sure it works. You can actually make sure the thinnest amount is doing the most. Anyway. Okay, humans are goofy. Everyone was taking a photo of the slides. Why? They said they're gonna post them. Are they not gonna post them? Did they lie? Did Rockwell lie? Because if they did, that's a problem. But if they're gonna post the slides, why are you taking photos? Check it out.
Develop any changes. It works on that concept.
I left the convention center and look, all of Boston. I've decided I will do less labs tomorrow, and no, more labs, less of the other sit there for 40 minutes and have them talk at me.